It's Powerback time on the Gutsy Podcast. Each week we bring you 5 minutes of condensed inspiration to reclaim the courage and momentum you've given away. You've got big things to do, so let's get your power back. All right, guys, I'm going to get real with you this week, because when you want something, you figure out a way. When you don't truly want it or are ready to work for it, you find an excuse. So I want you to think about all the things that you tell me that you don't have time for. I don't have time to write a blog. I don't have time to go to the conference and spend a day and a half. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to eat healthy. I don't have time to make smoothies. I'll also preface this with these are a few of the things that I tell myself that I don't have time for. Now, I want you to replace I don't with it's not important. I'm going to read those phrases back over to you. It's not important for me to blog. It's not important for me to go to that conference. It's not important for me to work out. It's not important for me to eat healthy. It really changes the entire trajectory of how that statement sounds when you say it back to yourself. It's quite a bit of a punch in the gut. Because when we really truly want something, whether it's going on a vacation or buying a new outfit or going bowling or whatever the hell it is that you do, buying, a round of drinks for your friends or buying the newest gadget in technology for your business. When you really want something, you figure out a way to do it, right? Like it just magically happens. You have a new sense of urgency and excitement around it, and you make it happen. When you're not ready for something, maybe it's paying off debt or repairing something at your home or changing the way that you invest in your business or things that you're purchasing for it, whatever the case may be, when you're not ready to do it, that's typically when you start making excuses. I don't have time for, I can't do, I don't really want to, so to speak. That's typically when the phrase, I don't have time for, starts to come into play. So for this week's Power Back, I want you to make a list of all the things that you tell yourself or other people that you don't have time for. List them all, whether it relates to your business, personal, family, friends, whatever the case may be. I want you to list all of the things that you tell yourself that you don't have time for. Then in another column, I want you to make a list of all the things that you do have time for. Maybe these are things that you have scheduled, things that you do on a regular basis, regular activities, like do you watch 2 hours of Netflix every night? Do you binge watch movies all weekend long? Whatever the things that you do regularly on a regular basis, put that in a list as well. Now I want you to really look at those lists. Can any of the lists on the left be switched with the things on the right? I'm talking about quite literally switching the columns to do more of the things that you need to do and less of the things that are eating up your time that are not getting you towards the goal that you're working towards. For instance, if you are watching 2 hours of Netflix every night, can you switch that with not being able to work out? All of a sudden now you have 2 hours of free time that you didn't have before. Magically, it has just appeared. And if you're not ready to really just completely turn your entire schedule upside down, how can you start to divide some of that time? So maybe instead of 2 hours of watching, maybe it's just 1 hour, and that other hour is dedicated to do something that you say that you haven't been able to do, but you know that you should. Tune in next Tuesday as I take you on the journey behind the maroon suit. Oh, that maroon suit. We are going to talk about authenticity and how to become more of who you are and less who everyone else expects you to be.